Sometimes you just gotta check your headphones for bugs. You know what I mean? All right, listen, because I am haunted by that one time you were playing video games. I think you were streaming. Maybe you weren't, when we were at the old house upstairs.
I'm fairly certain.
And you were like, you had your headphones on for a long time.
I think we were playing together.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was like a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning.
Yeah. And then you just heard scratching. And you're like, well, what's my headphones? And then you took your headphones off and there was a stink bug crawling around in the ear pads.
Uh-huh.
So I'm haunted.
It's why every time I put my headphones down now, I make sure that the cups are either together or hanging on something and they're closed. Because, oof.
Yeah, because I had a scritchy, an itch in my ear. I think it was just my hair because my hair is wild. But
you do have wings kind of flying around your headphones.
Do I?
A little bit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I was like, well, wait a minute. Because I checked them, put them on, felt a little scritchy. So always check your headphones for bugs.
It's a real thing. And I remember when that happened, I actually made the joke of I bet I've got a bug in my headphones.
And sure as shit, there was a bug, stink bug, leaf bug, whatever those things are. They're awful.
I've always called them stink bugs.
I have too, but
I think they are stink bugs.
I don't know. I don't kill them. You do.
I don't. Well, you don't squish them.
You tape them.
Because if you squish them, they release their smell.
And because it's supposed to attract more. Help me.
I mean, I don't know if that's I
might have made it up.
You have been on a kick of making up facts, yes. But no, you take some tape and you tape them, and then you just fold the tape over.
Mm-hmm. You make them like a little tape coffin.
Yeah. Tape taco.
Oh, that sounds better.
Yeah, it's got better alliteration.
It does.
But tape coffin is more Halloween-y.
Yeah, I'm all about Halloween-y.
But yeah, I don't remember exactly what facts you've made up this week, but there's been several times that you'll tell me something and then you're like, is that true?
There was something, because we actually went on 2 dates this weekend.
I know, which never happens.
It doesn't. And I remember we were on our way somewhere and I was like, I just spat something out like it was the God's honest truth.
Yep.
I don't remember what that was.
But I was like, I don't know that that's true. And you're like, did I make that up? And I'm like,
I don't know. I wish I knew what it was.
I think that's happened a couple of times.
I just make up things about people, places, and things.
Oh, that's right. I don't remember the specifics, but it was hard facts about a celebrity's life. I don't remember who we were talking about, but you were like, didn't they go to prison or something like that? And I was just like, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm thinking Britney Spears, but I don't know if that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, you just have recently, I feel come up with all kinds of new facts.
Yeah. Are they true? I don't know.
But why bother looking it up?
In my heart, they're true.
It's funny. It just makes me think there was once a time when, you didn't have a smartphone in your pocket. So somebody would tell you something and you just had to go wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just trusted people back then. But
you
can't do that anymore.
And maybe you thought about looking it up or reading a book on whatever topic to educate yourself. But 90% of the time you were just oh, all right,
cool.
Let
me go check out the encyclopedia I have at home.
My dad, he may still have. He had it was a 26 book collection.
I'm Encardia? That's not right.
I just remember they were it was a full set and it was it was in our entertainment center and they were leather bound.
Yeah. I think grandma had a set.
And I remember I had some school project or something. He's like, did you look in the encyclopedias? Nobody ever opened those books.
No.
Ever.
I'm sure they were super expensive too.
Yeah. It almost felt like one of those as seen on TV, oh, call now for 3 easy payments of $19.99. You can
sold
have your
on QVC. Yeah.
But I remember very specifically the books, and I remember on the bindings it was they'd have from CED to LIN or whatever, and you're just what a weird way to split this. Could you just say starts with C, starts with F.
There's a lot of material they got to cover. Got to be very specific.
Yeah. But yeah, there was just a point when you just, everything that was said in a conversation, you just had to be like, yeah, totally. Or you had to be like, you had to have like 17 magazine subscriptions or like read tabloids or whatever. Like, oh, I hear Marilyn Monroe sleeping with JFK. Like,
Okay.
Great.
I did used to really love magazines though, because I would buy one, or like I would have a couple subscription, like Teen Beat or Teen Bop or whatever, the teen.
Did you have a subscription or was it like?
I think I did, because I remember one was like music, like teen music. Maybe it was Teen Bop. I don't know, but it was like boy bands. Or then I had like a 17 magazine,
and they all had posters in them, right?
I think a lot of them did. Yeah,
Like there was always like one poster in every one of them.
mm-hmm. Like whoever was on the cover also had like the poster centerfold in the middle.
Ooh, centerfold.
Because it's like I would buy it or get one, flip through it, look at all the pictures, flip through it again, and like read the articles and do the quizzes and stuff. Because like, if you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Yeah, I mean, then Facebook took that
know.
gig over at some point.
Yeah,
so that
I
they
did a
could
lot of
collect
those.
all the data on you and sell it to people.
Yeah. Keep it coming, because those sponsored ads are great.
Because the only magazine subscription I remember having was Game Informer, and it was because if you had to like sign up for so many issues of Game Informer through GameStop, and then you got like a discount, or I don't know, like there was some reason that you signed up for it, or maybe it was just discounted to get Game Informer at GameStop, whatever it was. But that was like the only magazine I had. Well, I had that, and then Boys Life, which was just like it was a Boy Scouting magazine.
Cute.
That just had like, oh, here's the survival tip, and like here's this fun like camping thing, and then there'd be like a fucking maze in there for the Cub Scouts to do. And
Aw, I love that.
Yeah.
Because I had like I don't remember if I had the subscription or if it was like just a magazine I'd go at the library and rent. I guess that's what you do at a library. You rent books.
yeah, borrow
Borrow is probably better.
because you don't pay for it,
Right.
which I guess would be renting.
But yeah, so you borrow the books. It was Cat Fancy and Dog Fancy.
You're making that up.
No, that's real.
Even if it's a real thing, you didn't go to the library specifically to get dog.
Of course
fancy.
I did. I was a child.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'm sure it had articles in it, but I just bought
you just
them
looked
for
at the pictures?
Yeah, I just borrowed them for the squish nosed cats and the fun dogs and stuff.
I just picture like 8-year-old Lindsey just like legs kicking in the air, flipping through pictures of
Looking at
cats.
my cat and my dog fancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone else that looked at dog fancy, cat fancy.
Somebody listening to the podcast might be like, I have a current subscription to that.
Oh my gosh, I hope it's doing well.
I think most print magazines are just dying.
Well, I bet they have like a really fun website.
Maybe.
I'll have to check after this.
Because when after my parents got divorced, my dad would get us on Wednesday evenings, like 6 to 8. And because otherwise we didn't do our homework, Dad would take us to the library every Wednesday. And I remember they had a wall of magazines. And the thing I really liked was like they had the most recent issue on the front. And then if you like lifted it up the thing, they had like a stack of all the old ones. It's like the first place I remember seeing like Rolling Stone magazine. And that was like, whoa. Because, they'd have back then like new artists or up and coming artists. And like I remember like Marilyn Manson's Rolling Stone cover or like Slipknot's Rolling Stone cover. And it was just like, I was just like infatuated with it because it was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I mean, I like the Britney Spears stuff too, but.
Poppy and pretty.
And then they had like, Popular Mechanics magazine. I really like those because there was like a lot of cool like experiments and science and stuff that was like up and coming. And so, yeah, I would end up, most of the time it was while Sean was doing homework or was like running around the library. I was just in the magazine section, just like digging through magazines. I was never much of one for the articles though.
Because some of them, I mean, like the 17 magazine ones, they were more like some of them were like sexy or about sex and relationships and stuff.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, I think that was a big one
7
too.
ways to blow his mind.
Yeah.
And his load.
Whoa. But yeah, it was some things like that. Yeah. And they were never as good as you wanted them to be.
Yeah, I always wanted those magazines to be like the book from American Pie. Do you remember the book that they talked about in American Pie? Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be like this, handed down, handmade book of all these tips on like how to make girls orgasm. And I always thought like, oh man, if I read the girl magazines, I'll unlock all the secrets.
You'll find the good part.
The cheat codes will be right here on page 17 where it tells me all about the things that she likes.
And then like the makeup magazines and stuff, I'd look at those. Didn't help me at all.
I was going to say, I don't know if you read anything or took anything in from those magazines.
I have face powder and liquid eyeliner. So I got that going for me. Mm-hmm. I did some wings over the weekend.
For our date.
They were a lot.
Well,
but I felt like they were fine.
In general, you just don't wear makeup. So it's like, anytime you put any on, it's like, whoa.
Look at me. I'm a person.
Like when you got your makeup done for our wedding.
Yeah.
It was like, that was the first time I could remember you wearing like a full face of makeup.
Oh yeah, they airbrushed me.
And I was just like, whoa, you look so different. Because that's what makeup does.
I know.
It makes you look like a whole different person.
I loved my hair though. That was nice.
But yeah, it was just, there was an analog age where it was like, even going to the library to look up books, it was going through a card catalog and
yeah, the Dewey Decimal System. Well, I never went a lot, but I do remember one of my favorite memories of us is when we went to the bookstore and we were looking at magazines.
I know exactly what you're about to say. I almost shot water out of my nose thinking about it.
Because I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I don't either.
Before they changed the name of the bookstore. But it's all the same. It's just a big, huge bookstore with a coffee shop and magazines and stuff. Yeah. And, we always flip through them. There's like tattoo magazines and cooking magazines and cars.
Home improvement.
Yeah. And I don't know how I stumbled upon it. I don't remember what magazine it was. But you were next to me, enthralled in some magazine of your own. And I was like, damn, girl, look at them tig-old biddies. I was just so impressed with this woman. She was magical to me.
Yeah.
And she had the biggest knockaroos I have ever seen.
Yeah. I just remember, like, I was very much enthralled in whatever I was reading. I don't remember what it was anymore. But then just hearing you go, damn, girl, look at them tig-old
like
biddies.
My eyes turned into stars, like in saucer size. I was just like, oh my God.
Because I think even the funniest thing was like, it wasn't like you moved on from that point. Like you just stood there and kind of took it all in for a while.
They were that big. I was like, man.
Yeah, I don't remember what magazine it was.
I don't either.
I couldn't even tell you what she looked like.
I couldn't either.
I just remember
I just saw her chest.
You were just so impressed with her. Her bosom.
Yeah. Her bosom. Yeah. They were gigantic.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing I remember. That was ages ago.
Oh, that was like very early on in our relationship.
Man. Still think about her from time to time. Wonder what she's up to. Probably not being in magazines anymore, but
knocking people out.
I mean, Joe. Those things are huge. Shame on her. Having boobies that big.
Share some with the rest of us.
That's what I'm saying. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, you know what I mean?
Whoa. But yeah, then like thinking about, something else at the library was, my dad would always borrow CDs and then burn the CDs.
Oh, shit.
You're
not supposed to do that.
Oh, shit. Is that a felony?
Yeah, wee woo.
I just outed my dad. Yeah. And then the thing I remember was me taking the CDs and ripping them into iTunes. And then, building your own custom mix CDs.
Well, and how cool was it? Like back then, like that's how you knew you liked somebody or someone liked you when they would burn you a CD, because then you could draw on the CD or like write the songs and stuff. Because I remember my stepdad, he ripped and burned the 3 Days Grace, I Hate Everything About You CD. But he printed out a label on top and it was like a sticker. So it looked like the CD itself if you bought it. But I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then I continued to play it over and over and over and over and over again. My mom hated it.
Somewhere around here, it might be in a box in there somewhere. I've still got my CD catalog of all of my...
Oh, the blue thing.
Yeah, the binder.
Yeah, it was in my car for a long time.
Yeah, well, when we first started dating, you stole my brand new Killswitch Engage CD.
I did.
That's how you knew I liked you, because I let you keep it.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't going to give it back if you wanted it, so.
But yeah, just like you just start to get like nostalgic for all of these things that you used to do. And like, I don't know, maybe you just make a Spotify playlist today.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's a link to this Spotify playlist I made for you. And then you just fucking copy and paste it to your entire, every girl.
Yep.
You're just like, here's this playlist I made for you.
Just for you. Wink.
Wink.
Because I remember I had like a boom box. I mean, everyone had a boom box. But like stereos, like little subwoofers. I don't know shit all about it.
I was going to say, I think they were just speakers.
Well, no, there was like a little subwoofer guy.
Okay, sure.
I don't know, man. But I had like, the CD towers, the plastic CD towers.
That you could like...
put your...
Did you organize them, or was it just like whatever?
I'm sure I did at some point. But they were like, I had several. I remember at least one of them was a black light CD thing.
Sick.
I had a black light. I loved it because I looked tan.
X-Pro or Valencia?
I want to look tan. Because, I didn't start tanning until like towards prom time.
Oh, my
like
sweet ginger bride.
Junior and senior year. I got really dark though because I tanned a lot.
Yeah. Well, you also played softball, so you were outside all spring.
But, I wanted my tank top shorts area to be tan too for my dress.
Sure.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had to get the little stickers to keep putting on to like, this is how tan I am.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like a temporary tattoo with your tan.
Like
it was always like the Playboy bunny or cherries.
My gosh. Yeah. I always did the heart because it was like the easiest thing to line up.
Yeah.
Because like the Playboy bunny, that was never me. That wasn't my style.
Yeah.
The cherries, I'm like, how are you ever going to line up the stem? Seriously?
I love that just for you, it was just all about like, what's the thing that I could do the easiest?
Yeah. What's the simplest thing? Yeah. And it was the heart.
Do they have a square somewhere in there that I could just tape in
just
here?
Circle would be fine. Because like, the edges were always kind of blurry. So it's like, let me get that heart. Yeah. And then like you would spend all the money on the tanning lotion.
I mean, I've never tanned, so I'll trust your experience.
You as in like the people. You the people.
Me the people?
You the people.
Okay.
Because like there was like tingly ones. And I remember I tried a sample once and it just felt like ants were crawling all over you.
Did it feel like how it feels to get out of the ice bath?
No, because that feels good.
Oh, it didn't feel good.
No, it was not a not pleasant experience.
Did it only last when you were tanning, or it was like after?
I want to say it was like during and shortly after, but maybe too like because it's supposed to like do something to your skin to like maybe make the blood flow. I might be making that fact up too.
Made up facts with Lindsey.
Da 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 da. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it because there's like active bronzer 4 times bronze. Blah.
Yeah.
And like the glittery ones.
Did you go like regularly?
Yeah.
How often did you go?
Probably at least every other day.
Whoa.
I was going like because the max time is 20 minutes, and I would do 20 minutes.
Wow. So you were like really cooking.
Lots of skin cancer for me.
Well, you're just so fair skinned. I mean, like you are porcelain on a good day.
Because I remember for our honeymoon when I tanned, I felt like I was really dark and I just looked like a normal person. But I was like, damn, I'm dark.
Well, that was the most tan I think you've ever been just because you went tanning specifically to get tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually brown up pretty nice. Like I get a nice tan.
Yeah.
If I go tanning.
If you get past the burning stage.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the, like, don't you start out, it's like you only go like a couple minutes.
3 minutes max.
And then you have to like work your way up.
Like a minute at a time.
Because I just remember seeing, it was some reality show, but it was like, it was My Strange Addiction.
It was.
And she had membership at like 3 different tanning salons, and she went every day, at least twice a day.
In like the max strength bed.
Yeah. And she was
my leather.
Dark.
She was a handbag
and
baby.
she was like in her early 20s.
Yeah, she was young.
And it was like, ooh, that is not good. But she talked about like how it felt good, like she felt good because of the tanning bed. Mm-hmm. So is it like, getting out in the sun and like absorbing the sun rays, you feel like, this is nice.
Well, like when you go for longer than like 5 minutes, like it gets warm and it just feels nice. Like that artificial vitamin D.
It's like a little artificial warm burrito bed.
Yeah. Like it's really nice because, you get in, it's ice cold. You're naked most of the time. Some people aren't.
Weirdo.
Yeah, and then you lotion up, you lay down.
The only thing I ever think of when people talk about tanning was the scene from Final Destination when she gets locked in the tanning
and
bed.
like cooks.
She gets cooked because then there's like a fan that falls on the one end, and it's like the cover fell off and was spinning, so she couldn't like crawl out through the fan, and then it just cooks her to death. Yeah, my mom went tanning a bunch, but I've never been I've been in the tanning salon. I've never tanned.
Mm-hmm. I did like it.
Would you want to do it again?
If we were going somewhere, like if we end up going on that cruise towards the end of the year, I probably would, only because I'm not built for the equator. So I need a base before I go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because even if I'm at
it's not something that you would want to just start doing.
No, it's super not good for your skin.
Well, no, but I mean, people do a lot of shit that's not good for them.
Well, that's true.
We got some Pop-Tarts upstairs with our names on them, baby.
Pop-Tarts, muffins.
Sure.
Candy.
You don't have to call me out. That's okay. It was a me-you thing.
But now it's an everyone thing.
Yeah. Me and Bert made a trip to the grocery store.
I like it when you guys, because it's always fun when you go.
Yeah.
Because it's like a teenager's buying, but when she goes too.
Yeah. Oh, she was on one too. Because the second she walked in the store, she found a little wagon, and she's like, "I want to pull this wagon around." I was like, "All right, cool." And then they have all the Easter candy out. So then she just was walking down the candy aisle. She's like, "I want to put this in my wagon." And I was like,
okay.
I mean, okay, sure. And then I wanted some candy because she got some candy.
Right, for sure. It's fairsies.
And then I put candy in her wagon. And then we walked through the toy section, and she's like, "I want this and want this and want this." And I was just like, yeah, okay. Fuck it.
I had to look up what Easter was because I remember you were like, we'll have to get Easter baskets or make them.
Yeah.
It's April 9th.
For the Easter bunny, for all of our child listeners.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our demographic is
30.
It's 30 to 35 or something is our main demographic.
Hey, yo, parents. Easter's April 9th.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Yeah, I don't think we have Easter off. I wish we did.
Easter's on a Sunday.
Easter Monday.
Easter Monday isn't a thing.
My Google Calendar says it is. Okay. Don't come at Google Calendar like that. Easter Monday.
But yeah, we got
lots of treats, lots of goods.
But people do bad shit for them all the time because it feels nice.
It does. It feels so nice.
Yeah.
It's pizza. You made pizza finally.
I know, it's been a while.
It was so good.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
It made 4 probably 8 to 10 inch pizzas, and we just destroyed them.
Oh my god! Because Bert, that little hooker, I've told you because it just makes me so happy and so annoyed at the same time. Because you were like, "Oh, here's some pizza for everyone." You have a little slice or whatever. While the rest of them were cooking. So I was eating my pizza. She was eating hers. She smashed it, put it all in one bite, gone. And I was still eating mine because I'm an adult with self-control sometimes. She was like, bite. And I was like, okay, here. She snatched the whole piece from me, shoved it in her mouth, turned around, and went, toot. And I was like, are you serious? And she just laughed and laughed.
And you've told that story now like 4 or 5 times because
I
it was
love
so
it.
funny.
Just her hands and how they came back, and she toot.
Well, because you bought her a new book for Valentine's Day called Harvey the Heart That Had Too Many Farts.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. I read it by myself, cackled in the kitchen alone. I was home alone.
And now we've read it every single night since Valentine's
She
Day.
loves it.
And it's very cute, but it is all just fart jokes.
Farts. Because we would do it before. Like, she'd come up behind us and we'd go fart.
And we go fart.
And then we would take Craig and, when he was like still super little, I do it still. Yeah. Like, you just point his butt at her and go fart.
Poor Bert's just catching everybody's wind. So now she's starting to feed it back.
Because I remember in the bathtub the other night, she like stood up and was like, toot. I was like, don't you fake toot on him.
What are we doing to our kids?
I don't know. We're making bodily functions approachable, fun, not stigmatized.
Yeah, I mean, everybody farts, right?
Everybody farts.
Everybody
Because what
poops.
Susie the Circle say? Everyone has a bum that can't be perfectly mute. We all have a bum and we all need to toot.
Uh-huh.
Susie.
Boy, put that quote up on the wall.
Uh-huh. We'll get really fancy script and we'll put it up here.
We'll put it in the bathroom. That could be our bathroom art.
That would be really
It'll
cute.
have Susie the Circle in the corner.
Uh-huh. I'm only picturing like half of her though with like her eyes filled with glee. That's what I want. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Sell it on our Etsy shop.
We have an Etsy shop?
We do now.
Oh, shit. Okay. No pressure.
Right. We'll just make Harvey the Heart inspired bathroom art.
That may be copywritten.
Henry the Heart. We'll make him pink.
In my head, I went Sharvy the Shart.
I like Sharvy the Shart. TM.
Sharvy the Shart had too many shits.
Aww. Polly Pocket.
Also trademarked.
I know. I had a couple of Polly Pockets in my day.
Choking hazard, that thing.
I know. I always put her in my mouth.
Because Polly Pockets were like itty bitty,
yeah,
right?
she was teeny.
Yeah. Which I guess means the pocket. But it like wasn't there like
like a little clamshell?
That's what I
suitcases.
I remember like the little like it was like a house play set that was like itty bitty tiny. That you'd like put your little Polly Pocket around in.
Yep, and you had like horses and stuff that you could get. Mm-hmm. You don't eat her. You just like put your mouth on her.
Like Precious Moments?
Yes. Golly, what was that? Oh, it was something at Target. The blue
It was some ceramic thing.
Yeah. There's something about, there has to be some medical term for it. Has to be. I don't know what.
For us.
But it's like that matte porcelain texture.
Uh-huh.
I just want to put my mouth on it.
It makes my teeth hurt thinking about it because I know it would make like a crunchy, squeaky sound.
Well, yeah, you don't put your teeth on it. You just put your tongue on it.
You could just put your tongue on it. For all the people that love mouth noises, they appreciate this part of the podcast.
You're welcome. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I didn't put my mouth on that thing at Target. I touched it with my finger.
Because actually, as soon as I saw it and saw you touch it, I went, you want to put your mouth on that, don't you?
I did.
I knew. That's okay.
I don't know what it was. A vase or something.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like I wanted it to.
So it wouldn't have tasted as nice.
Just kind of.
Because it's like, if you go to a Goodwill, I just feel like the whole porcelain section is just full of those little things you just like,
Well, you have to buy it and wash it first, like fruit.
I want to know its history with my tongue.
And all those, oh, gross. All the people at Goodwill that's touched it probably put their own tongues on it.
Oh. It's like we kissed.
Oh, no.
Besties.
Making out with everyone at Goodwill.
Yeah, it's charitable.
Oh,
Not for profit.
charitable kisses.
Ooh. It's like a kissing booth, but you don't have to pay for it. And you don't have to see them. It's like a glory
I was
hole.
going to say, it's like a glory hole for your Goodwill French kisses.
The Goodwill glory hole.
Oh, no.
Oh, we'll make it a thing.
Yeah, like when you flash your lights at the people at the park, it means you want oral sex in the glory hole.
I thought it was gay sex. That's what you told me the last time we drove past that park.
Oh, maybe it was.
You went, "Oop, don't flash your headlights. They'll think that you want to have gay sex."
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Should we go test it?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely.
Well, that's why you roll up your windows and lock your doors. You're like, it was a test. It was for science.
What if somebody else is also doing the test and then somehow you just end up in accidental butt stuff?
Well, I'm a lady.
Yes. And I am not.
So you don't get out of the car.
Okay. I'll protect my butt on the seat.
That's right.
I'll grip onto the seat. I've been doing glute bridges.
Oh my God, though I have. That's workout thing I've been doing. The one day.
What's the series that you're doing? What's it called?
Caroline Gervon.
Gervon?
I don't know why I got so wheezy there. Caroline something. She is a blonde woman with some type of accent.
Okay.
Because she talks in the beginning and then she does the workout and doesn't talk. Like it's just the timer and the same music every time.
Because I thought it was like called the Iron series.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That's what I was trying to get at for you.
Well,
to
yeah.
try and help you.
Well, I don't know her name. I think it's Caroline or Carolina. I don't know. She's a blonde woman.
Gervon.
It's called the Iron series. It's just like lifting for 30 to 45. Nope. 30 to 30. Am I having a stroke? It's 30 to 35 minutes. And I've been doing it.
30 to 50. Nope.
What are numbers? I'm like that blonde woman that's like, these math equations are just
flying past your face. How many minutes are minutes?
30 minutes, half hour. Ugh. But yeah, and then she doesn't talk the rest of the time. And I don't do the cool down. So I skip that part. So I don't know. I don't ever hear her talk. But she's this ripped blonde woman. And it's like, golly.
And you're like, I want to be a ripped blonde lady.
I don't want to be blonde, but like I'd like to be ripped. But also it's like you have to be super lean. And I put salad on my plate.
You did. You ate some of it.
Yeah, I maybe ate almost half.
Sure.
I didn't want it.
Yeah, but you ate half of it.
I wanted it.
You know how much salad I had for dinner?
No salad.
I had zero salad. See, so you're.
But like, is that
you
stupid?
You are 50% better than me.
Well, because listen.
Okay.
If I'm trying to be lean, if I'm trying to be a ripped redheaded lady, was that stupid to even eat it?
Why?
It's just extra calories. I could have not.
I mean, technically, yes, but also fiber.
True.
Good for your poop.
Yep.
More poop goes out, less you weigh.
It's true.
That's science.
Now, but if you slather it in ranch, does it still count?
Yeah, it's like extra fiber lubricant. Really helps it.
Noted. Good job, me.
That's the hidden valley.
Aww. I do love ranch, though.
And this episode's brought to you by Hidden Valley.
I wish.
We just slap a big bottle of ranch up on the table.
Because I remember there was a restaurant, I don't know where.
It's like Tennessee
or Louisiana or something. It was all ranch based.
Seems very Tennessee.
Yeah. I'd love to go if it's still a thing, if it's still open.
I remember Carrington and I were like, oh, we're going to have to take our partners with us down to the ranch restaurant. Because it was like ranch drinks.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
ranch
done those.
Appetizers, ranch main course, ranch desserts. Everything was ranched out, which is way too much ranch.
Well, I don't want it in my drink or my dessert, but like everywhere in between, slather me in ranch.
It depends on the food, I think.
Burgers, fries, chips. I used to dip my chips in ranch. Spicy ranch. Cool ranch. Delicious. I won't make you go.
You're going to go by yourself? Who else are you going to go with?
I don't know.
Do you know anybody else that loves ranch the way that you love ranch?
No. Someone get in the comments. Ladies.
You're going to go with a fucking stranger to Tennessee to the ranch restaurant?
Yeah. I don't know.
What did you do this summer?
I made a new best friend at the ranch restaurant. People meet people on the internet all the time. That sounds scary. I don't leave my house.
Record scratch. You wonder how I got here. I was talking to my husband on my podcast, and suddenly I'm at the ranch restaurant with Lori Lai.
With who?
Lori Lai.
Who's that?
Your new best friend.
What's her name?
Lori Lai. Lori Lai.
Lorelai. Is that a real name?
Sure, it is now.
I've never heard. If I make up a name, I'm like Susan.
Well, every name I kept thinking of was people we actually know. So I was like, well, come up with something.
That was good, though.
Thanks.
Yeah. Lorelai. Lorelei?
You know, everybody pronounces it differently.
Yeah,
like Jean.
That's true. Jean?
Yeah. That happened on a call the other day at work. They're like, thanks, Gene, for all the information. And I was just like, sure, guys, let me know if you need anything else. And one of the guys that was on the call was like, don't worry, I educated everybody on the call on how to say your name after you got off. And I was like, you really didn't have to do that.
No, they're not going to remember.
No. That's why I go by JP. It's just easier. And even that, people screw up. I've had so many people call me PJ. I'm like, it's 2 letters. You can't get that
dummies.
right.
I know. Sometimes I wish I should have a nickname at work, but it's fine.
We could make one up for you right now. You ready?
Uh-huh. Lorelai. Hello, it's me, Lorelai. And they'll be like, Sharon? Yep, that's me.
How'd you know?
I had a Rebecca the other day.
Oh, you could be Becky.
Sup, I'm Becky.
I feel like that's pretty, that comes across pretty good. Becky?
Like, Hecky? Malecky?
Schlecky?
Steve? Yep, that's me.
Did you say Greggy?
It's just like, yeah, whatever. Call me. I don't say your name. You don't say my name. We don't need that kind of intimacy.
Oh, you could be Bruno. And then when people screw up your name, you could be like, we don't talk about Bruno.
Bruno, no.
Bert's been singing that song a lot more lately. It makes me really happy.
It does. I like it a lot.
I don't know how we got to this point in our conversation, but did you want to do some stuff on my computer? I've got some would you rathers.
Yeah, I'd love to do stuff on your computer. I got some on my phone.
Well, do you want to? I've read them all last time, so I'll let you go.
Let me get out of my Easter.
Google Calendar.
I did. I said, when's Easter? Would you rather sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs?
Oh, all of my possessions.
We talk about that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm somebody that gets like a buzz from downsizing things. It feels like taking a shower for my stuff.
Yeah.
And just like purging out all the crap that I don't use. So I could just reset and just start over. I kind of want all my bits where my bits go, so I don't really want any of that stuff missing.
You don't need all of them though.
Yeah, but I'm not getting anything in return for them. I just get to keep my stuff. And how much of this stuff is my stuff and how much of it is yours? So couldn't I just be like, oh, this is the only thing I own is this coaster. Oh, man. See you later, coaster.
Oh, man, our kids like to chew on those.
Oh, man, we'll have to get some new coasters after you take my coasters away.
Okay. Would you...
Well, you didn't answer it.
Well, because I guess, what constitutes an organ? Could I sell my eggs?
That's not an organ.
I guess not. That's why I asked. What constitutes as an organ? Kidney?
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. It's like, why would you pick organ when like you have to like have the surgery to get it taken out?
Well, I assume based on the would you rather that the people that are asking you said scenario probably have one of your family members hostage, and they want to know, do you want all of your things, or do you want us to cut this out of you for free?
Who is it?
Well,
Because you can't have any of it. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck. You'll return them soon. And then I walk away.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a car explosion over here. And then I'm like, bye. No, I'd sell my shit. I've been trying to sell my shit for a long time.
I know. I just posted a bunch of stuff on Marketplace, and you realize just how stupid dealing with anybody on the internet is when you're trying to like you. I have something posted for $250, and I had a person not ask me a single question about the item, just go $150. Did you lose $100 somewhere? Like, where do you get the $150 number from? Like,
Trying to find that bargain.
I mean, and I get that you've got to like shoot your shot with stuff online, because there are people that are just like desperate to sell things because they need crack. But like, I don't need crack. I just want to sell my things for dollars so that I can use those dollars to buy other things.
You should put that in your description. I don't need crack.
So
Price firm.
I'm not. Well, I did put or best offer, but that's certainly not the best offer. You know, typically I price everything like $20 to $50 higher than what I actually want, because then you just end up negotiating down to the price that you actually want.
So then they feel like they won, but you really won, and then everyone's happy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Porch pickup only.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Put it under the doormat. Bye. Would you rather be poor and help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people?
Oh, poor and help people. I don't think anybody wants to. Well, I can't say anybody. There's some fucking evil empires out there, but you know, I think it would be a much more fulfilling life to not have a lot and be able to help other people in bad situations than to just step on people. And like, yeah, you got a lot of stuff and you live in a big house.
Build on the backs of all the people you fucked up.
Well, right. But I mean, like, I just feel like you would get to like a point and you would just feel empty.
Yeah.
Like hollow, because you've accomplished nothing really. You've had a bunch of people do it all for you, and then you just get to be the face of all that success.
Because I guess I was thinking, like, what's her butt? The lady whose husband created the gun, and then she was like, I'm going to build this house because all the souls are haunting me.
Winchester.
Yes. Like that.
You just like keep building to get the ghosts to leave you alone. Yeah, that may be.
Haunted by those people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm especially the older I get, I find that I'm not as like drawn to big expensive things for the sake of the big expensive thing.
I'm not as competitive as I once was professionally.
Oh, well, there's that too. Like, yeah, I don't really give two shits about climbing a ladder anymore. Like, having kids really changed that perspective for me, because like all I want to be able to do is work for exactly as long as I'm required to, and then I want to go hang out with my family.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here for 70 hours a week shining somebody's shoes just because they want to see their reflection in them. Like,
I'm going to do my job and I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to think about it until I have to sign back on. And even then, I'll think about all the other things I'd rather think about than my job.
Yeah, fair. True.
Any truers? The next one is, would you rather be teleported permanently 500 years into the future or 500 years into the past?
Oh, future.
That's what I thought immediately, because it's like 500 years ago, it was not a great place for women. It's still not a super great place. So,
well, not only that, but like, I just think like medical technology.
Yeah.
You know, you get a boo-boo, just a little cutsy-wutsy, and all of a sudden that's it. 500 years ago would be what? We're 2023. So it'd be like 1523. Nah, I got no interest.
What even happened then? Anything? Were humans even alive?
I don't know.
Jesus was still out there kicking it, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Big ups to G's. Yeah, no, 500 years in the future. Well, I guess here's the other scary thing about 500 years in the future. You may just appear in a fucking fiery ball of hell.
That's true.
That just has, nothing's livable. The oceans are on fire. The only thing left alive is you, and you've got 33 seconds until you run out of oxygen.
In the 1500s and 1600s, almost 90% of Europeans lived on farms or small rural communities. Crop failure and disease was a constant threat to life. Wheat bread was the favorite staple. Peasants lived on rye and barley.
I guess if you went back 500 years, the one advantage I could see is that you could bring a revolution of a lot of that technology. Mm-hmm. Like if you had an understanding of how like the basic mechanics of some things work, you could be like, I'm about to blow all ththese fucking people's minds. They'd probably call you a witch and burn you at the stake.
Well, there's that.
Well, you especially because you're a lady and you've got
and I am a witch. Hair.
Well, that too, also. But you could just be like, check out this shovel, and they'll be like, a shovel? Oh Lord!
And they use chamber pots in public lavatories.
Yeah, you could just bring them a porta potty, and they'd be like, what?
Sewage was not an option, so not a place for me.
You bathe once a month in the community bathtub.
Yeah, right.
You just have a family of lice that you've named because they just stay with you all the time.
Down in my home at Flea Bottom.
Flea Bottom? Outside of King's Landing?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like 500 years into the future, we're more likely to potentially have a more prosperous planet. Maybe.
You'd hope so. And all these trains could stay on track.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not for lack of all of these major governments trying to kill people, but yeah, you would hope that we would reach a point where people just get to like hang out on the beach and like robots and AI take care of all the hard shit. But who knows?
I've seen all those movies where they revolt and try to trap us all and send us off into space.
Well, because somebody will program an AI or a robot to be like, I want you to clean up this planet, and they'll be like, it's like
that episode of Bluey,
where he wants to throw the kids out because the kids are the reason that everything's a mess. Right. That would be what the robots do. They'd be like, well, you're the problem.
You're not wrong, robot.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Yeah, mommy robot. Beep boop. I'm mommy robot. Beep boop.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them?
My organs to people that need them. Because I like your body to science thing. I've never really understood like for what.
So they could do research to do stuff.
But I'm just
you could end up in a museum, which would be kind of cool. Like with half your skin gone and your muscles pulled apart.
Does that sound cool to you? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, it did once.
You did once? You no longer want to?
No, I'd probably pick donate my organs. Because what do I need them for?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, either one doesn't sound like a horrible option because it's better use than just throwing me in the ground. But I guess I just don't know. When you say donate my body to science, like
that video of the C-section we watched.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that kind of stuff, and I guess it you could train surgeons or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to get better use out of taking my kidneys and living for
my eyeballs.
Oh, that would be beautiful. The windows to your soul.
So pretty. This next one I thought was easy.
Okay.
Would you rather live in the wilderness far away from civilization with no human contact?
That one.
Or live on the streets of a city as a homeless person? You would also have no human contact. So what's the difference?
True. Yeah, I mean,
you're living in a box or you're living in a cabin in the woods. I'm picking the woods. The Winnebago is going to be my neighbor.
Yeah.
You got any sugar? You know what I mean? I don't want to live in a box.
Well, and I guess in that, what's the perceived advantage of being the homeless person in the city? It sounds way better to be in the cabin in the woods.
Right. Because no one's going to want to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, you've got access to maybe Dunkin' Donuts when somebody
Yeah.
wants to donate you some money, but like
Right.
I would just think that you're better off just living off the grid away from everybody. I mean, that's kind of the dream anyways, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot lately.
Yeah.
Just like Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, anywhere.
Yeah, with
West.
like, 50 acres of land and just the middle of the woods and just leave me alone. I will put up a really nice satellite antenna that gets me internet, and that's all I need. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't even feel like a good would you rather.
No.
That it should have been more like, do you want to live in a cabin in the woods away from people, or do you want to live in like a major city with a nice apartment or something?
Yeah.
Like at least make the second option somewhat appealing to
Right.
somebody.
Isolation, we're tons of people.
Yeah,
Isolation.
every time. Not even
Always.
not even a thought.
My approach is going to be so long, my driveway, that you're just going to think it's a road to nowhere.
Yeah. It's going to start to scare you because you're driving so far away from other things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see me run past you in a loincloth with paint all over my body, and you'll be like, we've got to go.
Yeah.
That's my...
Ooh, and I'll start walking down the driveway towards the car real slow, like dragging something large in a plastic bag.
See, I'll run on all fours at the car and like whip my head around. Oh, yeah. You just got goosebumps, didn't you?
I did.
I bet you leave my property really fucking
Because
quick.
you know I hate it when you run like that.
Uh-huh.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's extra creepy.
It's so creepy.
That's the point.
I don't like it.
There would be signs up to warn you to get the fuck out. And if you don't, you're going to have nightmares for the rest of your life.
I do right now. I don't like it. Okay, I only have a couple more because haven't read this far down.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? I lost it. Wait a minute. Hold. Would you rather have the power to gently nudge anyone's decisions or have complete puppet master control of 5 people?
Ooh. Any 5 people, or is it like a random 5 people?
Complete puppet master control of 5 people.
Because I feel like you could really, like if I could have puppet master control of like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all these people that have like obscene wealth, whoever the top 5 is now, and just force them to just give away their money to end homelessness and world hunger and like put wells in the Congo, and like you could do so much good by like dispersing some of that wealth that I feel like being able to puppet master those people would be kind of awesome.
What if it was just like normal people?
Yeah, I mean, like I'd rather just be able to like slightly influence somebody, I think.
I would just like to slightly influence bedtime.
Oh shit. Damn. Oh fuck, I didn't think
I don't
about
need
that.
to do it for everybody. Just bedtime.
Yeah.
Tonight was great though.
Yeah, it went pretty well. But yeah, that's true. I guess it would be nice to just be like, huh? And like get what you want in that moment of like,
Huh?
yeah, huh?
You want to snuggle for a couple minutes and then stay in your bed all night?
Huh?
No?
Yeah, that's true. Which one would you choose? Just slightly influence people?
Yeah. Because, I still want some free will. Keep it spicy. What are they going to do next?
I'm going to slightly influence it.
Just slightly. Sprinkle my little... Do this. And I'll be like, shit, okay. Would you rather inherit $20 million when you turn 18 or spend the time earning $50 million through your hard work?
Spend what time? Like up until 18?
No. Like
Oh.
your adult time to retirement.
Oh, $20 million at 18. Because I feel like you could, well, me at 18 and me now are very different people. But if you had been educated enough to prepare you for that $20 million, you could way out earn $50 million with that money.
What about you at 18?
Well, I mean, my gut reaction is I want the 20 million, but man, I'm going to have a lit garage. It's going to be like, I'm going to have the sickest car collection ever. I'm also going to not live in Ohio.
Yeah.
So me at 18 would just like, I'd have a lot of really cool stuff. I would be the guy from like 6 questions ago when it was like, I just stepped on a bunch of people to make a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. I would just be alone in my house with a bunch of stuff. I'd have really like fun arcade cabinets and like foosball tables.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use any of it, but I would have it all. But you know, if I knew then what I know now, we're sweet, we're chilling.
Yeah. Because I don't know. Well, if it was like $50 million at like 33.
Yeah, if I can have like 50 million by 40 and I can just retire for the rest, you know, that might be worth it. But like if it's 50 million at 70, like, nah, not worth it. Keep your 30 million. I'll take the 20 up front.
Right.
Because I feel like you could experience a lot more life too. Like in your younger years, having access to that money and not having all the like stress and worry. I also think it'd give you the opportunity to like, you could be more creative. You could spend more time like going after things you're actually passionate about in the years that are probably most important to do that stuff. Like you could go fuck up 100 times without any like major consequence, you know, where like if you start at 18 with 0, you got a lot of building to do to like get up to 50 million.
Right. All right, my last one. Would you rather there be absolutely nothing after you die, or wander the earth as a ghost, unable to interact with people or things, and be lonely for eternity?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Give me the void.
It'd be like that movie we watched with that guy that was a ghost in a sheet.
I think it was just called
Ghost?
Ghost.
It was Ben Affleck's brother.
Casey Affleck.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that to me is hell.
Well, yeah. I don't want to like, if I could interact with you, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but like I'm going to be gone at some point.
Well, yeah, then we can be ghosts together. We can interact with each other.
But it says you can't interact with anyone or anything.
But what if you're a ghost? Can you interact with other ghosts?
It didn't say that.
Well, you and I can.
'Cause,
we'll hold ghost hands and like,
I mean,
ooh, woo.
Yeah, I would rather just give me eternal nothing, because like once the lights go out, it's just dark. That's it. But like just to be alone and like you can't interact with anything, you just wander.
What if you could interact?
Ooh. I feel like the first, 150 to 300 years would probably be a lot of fun of like just fucking with people.
Right.
It'd be like a haunted house all year round. Like, oh, I got him. But then I think at some point you're like, I'm sad and bored and lonely.
Right. Because at least like if you were a vampire or something, you could just step out into the sun. That's me when I go outside.
Yeah. Because like, it would be kind of cool to be able to like, you get to watch your kids grow up and their kids grow up. And then like once you're 2 generations out, you're like, I don't give a fuck about these little kids anymore.
They don't know me. I don't know them.
Yeah. They don't know what my name is. So like, fuck them. And then you're like, all right, well, I'll go over here and like spook some shit. And you're like, ooh, and
ooh.
You walk into the wrong house and there's a demon that's like, hey man, this is my spot. And you're like, oh fuck.
Shit, sorry.
My bad, bro. I'm going next door. Next door good? But yeah, eventually I think you just be done with it. And I would say done with life, but you're already dead. So
done with death.
You're done with existing, and then you would want the void.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because that's kind of my thought of what happens anyways, is like, once you're done, you're done. So enjoy the ride while you're here, and then go back into nothing.
One of them I saw, it was like, would you rather there be nothing after death or be reincarnated as a fly?
Nothing.
I was like, well, why would I want to be a fly? Why couldn't I be something cool?
And flies only live for like 24 hours, right?
Mayflies.
Oh, okay. I don't know my fly species. I just thought housefly.
I think mayflies only live 24 hours.
Either way, it's not a long time.
Oh, no. And they eat poop and eat their own throw up.
I mean, I've done that a couple of times, but what?
Yuck. Why gotta be something cool?
So, like, if you could choose nothing or being reincarnated as like a golden retriever,
At like a good house, though. Like Randy's life after we adopted him.
yeah. But like, what if you don't get and that's only like 12 to 14 more years.
Well, then I die and become something else.
Oh, it's just a constant reincarnation.
Reincarnation, baby.
So then you come back as a whale.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Swim in the ocean.
Whoa.
I'm a quick whale.
You've been practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not really a part of like being reincarnated as like some other animal that's interesting to me.
But I guess like I don't want to be like, to be reincarnated, like you forget your past life.
Do you?
I don't know. But all those TikToks of the kids saying creepy shit about their past lives,
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
You keep asking our kids, well, Bert especially, you know, you had any dreams recently?
I have not asked her that. I should.
You remember anything from Egypt? Do you know what Egypt is?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be so crazy?
No, I don't need spooky shit. It's like when she pointed at the door and was like, I want to cuddle with him.
And I'm like, I didn't look. It was dark. I want to cuddle with him. Who's him? Who's over there? It was the astronaut, the spaceman light that we bought at the projector.
Yeah.
But I wasn't about to fucking look over there.
Yeah, could you
Oh
imagine?
God, that gave me the willies.
I saw Mike posted on Instagram today. It made me laugh so hard. It was like melatonin manufacturer. Oh, would you like to take some melatonin to get some better sleep? And it was like, yes, I would. And he's like, would you also like for your nightmares to be more vivid than they've ever been in your entire life? And he's like, what? And then it says, ceiling lady, you heard him. It was like, oh shit.
Is that what melatonin does?
I've never taken it. I don't know. I think it does. I think it's supposed to like really make your dreams real crazy. But.
Oh, for real? I feel like I took it once, but everyone's like, oh, melatonin's the best thing. I thought it like had to build up over time.
No, I think it's like you take it once and you're knocked out.
Maybe I'm just immune.
But I also thought that I remember seeing something. It's especially with kids. I don't think it's so much with adults, but like if you give kids melatonin to get them to sleep at night, they can like it's like a natural occurring thing in your body. So like if you flood them with melatonin, their body eventually stops learning how to make melatonin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, just like every drug on the planet. So it's supposed to be not like real great for them. Because I know there's a lot of people that are like, here's your melatonin gummy for bed.
Right.
You know, and like, good night, kid.
They're just going to be like an insomniac when they're older.
Yeah, I don't know. But it just made me laugh because it just made me, you know, I've had a couple of night terror.
Have you had them here?
Sleep paralysis moments. I've had one that I remember because no, I've had a couple. But generally, the paralysis doesn't last super long.
I felt like it was worse at the old house.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it seems like when I'm like more stressed is when I have more of that happen. But yeah, I had one maybe 6 months ago where somebody was standing in the bathroom doorway. They at least have never moved. They're just there.
Was that how they all have been?
Yeah. Yeah, they're always like in the corner or like up in the corner of the room kind of thing.
Creepy.
Yeah. Imagine how you feel when you can't get out of it. And then I've had a couple like startle, like jump me awake nightmares, but like, yeah, I mean, nothing.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those.
Par for the course kind of deal. But yeah, the sleep paralysis is like, oof. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, I've never had that happen.
It's, yeah, I don't ever remember it. And maybe it happened when I was a kid, but like, it was just like in adulthood that I remember, like, oof, I had a couple really intense ones at our old house where it was like minutes long.
I remember I had to like wake you up a couple times because you were like, I don't remember what you were doing, like breathing weird or like, I was like, whoa, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a couple of those that it's like, yeah. Ceiling lady was definitely like, leave me the fuck alone. I was like, I don't want this.
No,
I think that's why like Haunting of Hill House really fucked with me, because some of that stuff really did remind me, because the main character Nellie, main character for the first episode anyways, spoiler alert, like she sees the bent neck lady and like she's asleep or seeming asleep and like is just seeing this thing staring down at her and she can't do anything about it, or like it's at the end of her bed and she can't do anything about it. Yeah, it's kind of like
a good show.
Great show.
Yeah.
So is Bly Manor. So was the vampire one. Well, I can't think of what that was called. Where they're on the
Church
island. Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but like, yeah, all those series have been good.
Midnight Hour. Nope.
Well, because there's a new one. I think it's called like the Midnight Club.
Yeah.
It's like the kids.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't remember.
I don't
Anyways.
either.
But yeah, sleep paralysis is like I don't know. I don't know why I suddenly started having it happen as in my adult years, but like I said, it always seemed like it was maybe stress related. And I think anymore, I'm just so tired from the kids that it's like my body's like, I don't know, man, just sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't dream often anymore because my body's just like, oh, it's time. It's time right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I pass out.
Well, it's funny because it used to be that I could fall asleep super quick.
So fast.
And you would get mad at me. Hey, don't fall asleep
Don't
yet.
fall asleep yet.
And now it's like we will lay down and we're silent for 10 seconds and I'll hear you like, and I'm like, oh shit, she's out already.
Yeah, you can go brush your teeth, and by the time you come back, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. And like thinking too about my sleep paralysis demons, they're always kind of formless. Now that I think about it, from my memory, they might be more vivid in the moment, but like they're kind of like just ominous shadows, essentially, of like, oh, there's something there, but you can't really tell what it is. More so than like, look at this creepy, drippy, wet,
man, woman,
fleshy, scary thing.
Yeah,
it's always just kind of like a ethereal thing. But I have had nightmares where in the nightmare I'm in a sleep paralysis, which is like super fucked.
Yeah,
like really,
it's like dual paralysis.
And then like the thing jumps at me, and then I wake up, and then it's like, oh, that was fucked up.
What the fuck, brain?
Especially because the one I do remember, I had a sleep paralysis nightmare in the middle of the day once, and that was the worst one.
Well, yeah. Why was it in the day? Was that at the old house?
Yeah, it was like I took a nap, and like, you know, middle of the day kind of
fucking
thing.
Nap.
And then I woke up, and it was like crawling up the wall. And then like over up on the ceiling, and like I couldn't move any part of my body, so I'm just watching it with my eyes until it was out of my sight, like line of sight. So I just assumed that there was this thing above me.
No thanks.
But it was like, because you remember our bedroom had a window above it, and we didn't have curtains or anything on it, so it was like the sun was just streaming in, but it was this very ominous black figure just like working its way up across our wall. And it was like middle of the day. Why middle of the day? It makes it even
so
scarier.
Mean. Yeah.
It's like what was that movie? The guy there was the creepy guy that had like the red and black face. He looked like Darth Maul. It was like Insidious.
Oh, short.
I think it was Insidious. But it's a scene where it's the middle of the day. all the windows in the house are open. They're sitting at the kitchen table just talking, and they're doing like that, like this person talks, and then they move the camera back to the other person, and that person talks, they move the camera back, and then they just switch the camera back, and he's behind the guy. It's one of the scariest fucking scenes in a movie ever because your guard is totally down. You're not expecting anything to happen.
Right. These people are just talking over the table.
Stuff only happens when it's dark. It's only scary at nighttime. No. Nothing is safe. Nothing is sacred. So, yeah. Anyways.
Anywhoozin'.
Melatonin will do it to you. Do you want to shuffle it? Because it was a...
Did you shuffle it?
I did not.
She kind of shuffled them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm such a good shuffler. What is your favorite body part about yourself?
Oh, I'm going to be bad at answering this question. There's not a whole lot of my body that I really like, which is, maybe a poor representation of my self-worth. I think I have pretty nice eyes.
I like your eyeballs.
I'm not a big fan of my smile. My nose is okay. My ears are pointy.
I like your pointy ears.
My beard is pretty nice. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay. I can grow a pretty nice beard. That's about it. Yeah.
I like my hair.
Okay.
And my eyeballs.
Uh-huh.
And the past couple weeks, I've liked my stomach because I feel like I look good.
Uh-huh.
And my butt.
And your butt. I do kind of have a nice butt.
You got a big butt.
I got a little cakey butt. Call me little Deborah because I'm bringing the cake.
That's true you are. Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, I do have nice thighs too. I like my thighs, especially when I work out.
Yeah.
Because my legs like blow up so fast.
I feel like mine is too. The Iron Series does.
Because I guess when I think about
and my shoulders.
Okay. Yep. And your back.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
From what I can see.
Yep. And your legs.
It's looking good back there.
You got cute feet.
Got great feet.
Anything else? I like your nose. And you got a really nice smile. And I like your dimples.
I don't have dimples. Yeah, I just like you,
Good questions.
I read a couple extra, so we'll save those for another time.
That's cheating. You can't read extras.
I can do whatever I want. I own this place.
That's true.
I could throw the cards again.
You could.
Like Gambit. That was my card.
That was the sound of the cards. I like it. You make good sound effects.
Thank you. I do my best.
I think if there was a part of your body I liked, it would be your sound effects.
My vocal cords.
Yeah. Oh, I saw it. The sound helped me to visualize.
That's right. Ooh.
You could be a voice actor, I think.
That was a pretty good one, though. I think you did better.
Oh, just off the cuff.
I'm dead. I'm dying. Oh my gosh, your hat flew off.
I know. I was so excited about my card noise. My sleep paralysis demons are horrified.
They are not coming back.
Leave me alone.
God.
I feel like we need a sign off. We got to have like a way to finish our podcast.